Hello everyone. My first ever Pokemon game was Pokemon Pearl, but my first ever completed Pokemon game was Pokemon Sun, with my starter Rowlet. When I bought Ultra Moon later, when it released, I chose Litten then. And this video is to honor my couple experiences with Pokemon, or my first couple experiences with it, or with the games. And so this team purely features only Gen 7 Pokemon. That means I only had a handful of things to use, and I did not recommend using this team at all. I tried to make it OU valuable for singles, and yeah, thank you for the recent support. I will be disappearing for a while as I'll be starting volunteer work for work experience. I'm a senior in high school that caught stage 1 senioritis. It's a deadly disease. I probably won't even be posting that much anymore because I'm going to be that tired. And because of that, as I just said, only after the 6 weeks or how this volunteering thing goes, maybe here and then I'll drop a video or two. But I didn't upload for 2 weeks, so this video is coming out. I was playing YBA. If you know what YBA is, I've been gambling shinies. That's all I've been doing. So I didn't upload a video since my spring break started. So spring break is here. I'm making a video. Anyways, most important thing is, you know the drill. Get a snack, relax, and enjoy the video. Beginning with the losses. Okay, this game could have been way different if I wasn't an idiot and decided to go with the ability Bulletproof on Kamao. Tapu Koko was running Dazzling Gleam. Soundproof would have nulled that quad weakness to Fairy easily. I could have done something, but no, I wasn't thinking. I mean, it also doesn't help that I was progressively struggling using this team. If you hadn't noticed, I switched Celeste's item like 30 times in between fights. That's all I have to say about this loss. Moving on to the next. I started really decent. Kamao managed to get +1 on all of his stats, and that was partially a threat despite being poisoned. I managed to hinder the defensive core of Galarian Stunfisk and Turtonator, which I lost to before, and I lost to again. Then Decidueye had his time to shine, with Swords Dance happening twice. Toxic was a pain, but I managed to knock out 2 Pokemon, 1 Mega Pidgeot, and a Turtonator. Alamola was being a really big pain in the butt here. I probably should have played around Alamola, especially since I know I had to move Toxic, and Toxic was being very annoying. But I didn't have Mega Golisopod yet, so it's not like I had a clean switch in, and a setup sweep with Golisopod. I would have gotten poisoned anyway, so I probably should have, again, played around that. I should have kept Golisopod as healthy as possible when it Mega Evolved, because it was necessary to win against Alamomola and Hoopa. Losing it cost me the game, as I couldn't output enough damage. That is the primary reason for me losing this game, but it was a very close game. Moving on to my first win. This battle began with an anti-lead with Metagross, but I know that in Snow, defense is boosted for Ice type, so I can tank a Bullet Punch and set up Aurora Veil. I then begin to do the silly Swords Dance tech with the Decidueye, and after I single Swords Dance, I knock out Greninja, Grimmsnarl, and Gengar, dying to Mega Aggron. Aggron now has the Filter ability, which reduces super effective damage to do 3/4 of his original damage. In other words, what do? I stall it out. I already have the Pokemon advantage, so sacrificing Salazzle to Toxic it isn't entirely a bad idea, and this is after making sure Tricker disappears. I just stall things out, if you know what I mean. Later in the match, I just tried to do as much damage as I possibly could to Aggron after setting up Veil again. Primarina should have Scald way before to make this go quicker, because Scald is not a super effective move, and possibility of burn would have been nice, but it does enough damage to knock it out. Primarina died due to Metagross later, and I switched into a setup move with Kamao. This game, Kamao is my actual win condition, and I set up gorgeously. Z-move Clang Soul annihilates Salamence after being +1 on all stats, and I still don't know why this guy shift geared after seeing Primarina was about to faint. This won me the game, despite it being close. The next game was an easy win against another baby crier, unfortunately. This player was playing like it was their first time playing OU singles. I got rid of their primary sweeper with clanging scales, which was Scolipede. Golisopod hard-walled Iron Valley, and I know they're gonna switch out, so I just Swords Danced. I then start spamming Leech Life, and after I am already set up and begin to sweep most of this dude's team, Aura Veil gives me a larger resistance, so I don't have much else to worry about. Towards the end of the battle, I switch into Decidueye with Life Orb. This Pokemon is such an amazing late game sweeper with Life Orb, and because I have Swords Dance and Veil up, I am tanking any move. After that Swords Dance, Blastoise Spice Dust, and they get angry by telling me they want my pillows to be warm. Copium much. But yeah, the same thing happens. Goldango disappears, and then Iron Treads also faints, winning me the game. I then say GG, but I think this guy was trolling afterwards. And then as I'm about to leave, they reveal my strategy like I haven't leaked it in the main chat already, trying to help them get better. I would like to mention my disappearance from making RC content. Nothing really happened, even the volunteer thing I mentioned in the intro didn't start yet. And at the time of writing this outro, the Tapu update came out, so I will be doing a video surrounding one of them, not Tapu Koko. I was just playing other games on Roblox and completely overlooked this video that I was working on, and I had a script and everything. But anyways, I will be leaning more into doubles content, but the only thing stopping me is the ban list information for doubles not being out yet. And this was after the RC Discord nuke, so I'm waiting for that to publish. Which again, as of writing this, thankfully, it came out 10 minutes ago. So yeah. Expecting to work on the doubles videos sometime soon. Depends again with that volunteering thing, and if anything else happens to me, if I disappear again, or I don't have much else to say. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.